What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blade HQ on this beautiful August 5th, 2024. We're doing our new knives live stream. Got some people in the chat already. Clavid IDK, it's your time. I certainly hope it is. I feel like you're in every single one of these.
He was close last time.
He was really close. This week we're giving away this Condor. Let me just knock some stuff over real quick. Please stand up nicely, please. Perfect. I'm gonna try not to do that a million times during this video. So a few months ago, we tried to give away this Condor bush lore we used in our fixed blade video. And the person who won was unable to receive it in their jurisdiction. So we are going to give it away again this week. So just make sure you've watched that video we did last week. It was my knife collection.
Let's see it.
And it'll be great. You want to see the knife? Okay, sorry, I'm realizing I'm not holding things well. There you go. Gregory Deshane just bought the Shark Cub. I'm jealous, I really like the Shark Cub. Philip LeGroy, hi George. Hi Philip, how you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah, should be a fun day. Should be a fun week. Did y'all have a good weekend? I had a great weekend. I went crawdad fishing and had a boil, and it was awesome. Love it. Yes sir, nice hollow grind. George, getting excited to get this show going. Yes, I am Henry G. I'm very excited. I am going to ruin everything today. I'm just gonna set these to the side. So we have a new Wicked Edge that we're showing off today that I have detached this ball joint from. Please hold for ball joint. And we will set that here. We're gonna set that over there. And hopefully I won't bonk it again. All right, just sub some knives in the cart, 2,700, not 3. Wow, how about that? What am I carrying? I'm carrying something new and kind of special. Crawfish, TC Blade Smithy, crawfish, crawdad, mudbug, river roach, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I'm carrying this Knives by Nuge Wicket XL. We don't even carry Knives by Nuge, but Thomas there, he sent this one over to me, telling me to check it out. He knows I'm into fixed blades. And I've been carrying it, and I really dig it. This thing's a lot of fun. And what I really like is the sheath it came with, which I have snagged on a thread in my pocket. There we go. Has a discreet carry concepts clip on it, and it's a nice slim leather profile. And it looks kind of big, pancakey, but in the pocket, it like vanishes into the silhouette. So you don't feel it there, but you have a fixed blade. It's really nice. Nitro V blade, it's fun. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Bo Simon, how does it feel to finally get beaten in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe by Sarah? Not good. Not good at all. And the thing is we didn't show it well in the video, but in the last race, it was Rainbow Road. I took first and she took like 5th, but she had enough first places ahead to just beat me by 1 point in the end. And I was so mad. 1 measly point, even though I beat her on Rainbow Road. Yeah. Henry G, how'd them crawfish taste? They were great. I really enjoyed them. I think when I do a boil like that, though, I'm more of a vegetables kind of guy. I like to go heavy on them. I did potatoes, I did corn, green beans, okra, and onions. And it was just awesome. If you got to play with the new Copper Osborne, I haven't, but I really like to. Love me some Magna Cut, and I think the copper bronzy looking thing. You fell off the map because smart steering wasn't on, George. Yes, I did fall off the map. But I don't like to play with smart steering because sometimes it steers for you and you have to cut your corners. When I got COVID back in 2020, I had 2 weeks in my room alone and I played a lot of Mario Kart. In fact, for once in a while, I was ranked top 100 in the world for the time on Mount Wario? Mount Wario, yes. I was really good that day. But then I stopped playing so much. George definitely isn't carrying a Gerber fastball with a Shy Guy engraving. Coach Twin Dad, you're darn right I'm not carrying it. I lost it fair and square. And Sarah says she won't let me repeat. She won't do a rematch on it.
Ask them what they thought about the video.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of the video? Did you enjoy collection videos? Should we see if we can have somebody else in there? Proceeds to stab Nintendo console. Yeah. George, I'm 30. I realized I'm older than you. Clavid IDK, you are older than me. I turned 27 yesterday. I'm a big boy now. I'm a perfect cube now. So yeah, you're a little older than me. Smart steering on is actually faster. Really? Okay. I'll have to look into that. I know that the meta of Mario Kart competitive has really changed over the last little while. Hi, George. If you could only get one more knife for the next 5 years and price wasn't a consideration, what knife would it be? Maybe one of those new Les Georges that came in. The Les George VECP, VECP. That one's really nice. It's got everything I want. It's a titanium frame lock. It has the bougie feel, except it has a flickier action than the traditional, conventional Grail knife, being the Sebenza. And yeah, I think that Les George VECP would probably be it. He almost threw the switch across the room. Yeah, that is happening. I remember I came back down, I went back over to my area, my manager pulls me into his office and he says, hey, I just got a message from the CEO saying he heard you screaming. You doing all right? The CEO's office is up the stairs and across the building from where I am. So that was funny. Yeah, she's taking her W, no do-overs. 97 gang, Bishop Jackson, 97 gang is a good one. Philip LaGroy, happy birthday. Thanks, buddy. It was a great birthday, and I'm glad that I got to spend the day after it with you guys. No givesies, backsies. Givesies, backsies? Sarah wrote that, by the way. She's just right here. Say hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hopefully you heard that. You're only getting a Les George because it has your name on it, George. You're darn right it has my name on it, and it's everything I love. Like, Les George designs are so good. And I met Les George, and he's a super cool guy, too. All right. Can you convince Nintendo to make Mario Kart 9? As if Nintendo would ever listen to me, but I hope they do. Favorite knife steel? I really like the balanced steels, so MagnaCut and MagnaCut S35VN, and on the budget side, I like 14C28N. Any underrated knives you wish got more love? Yes. In fact, I wish I had one here. The Rake Knives Hornet. It's like a $50 thing. It's a fixed blade, cryogenic heat treat on the 14C28N. It's great. Bo Simon, does the CEO know because of ADHD? Just kidding, we're not engaging with this one. I like the new Jack Wolf knives. They're cool. We have some exclusives coming out. Very exciting. My favorite's been Crewware and K390 lately. K390 I think is one of the most underrated steels out there. It's very similar to 10V. Great edge retention, decent toughness. When do you think the new Microtech Ultratech is coming in? I don't know. So Microtech has a bit of a different way of doing things, and I kind of like it this way, is instead of building us a giant run of 1,000 pieces and then sending them all so that we can all get our knives at the same time, it's great, but you have a ton of knives coming in that are hard to sell sometimes, or they go really fast and it breaks the website. But there are others where, like in Microtech's case, they'll make a small run of knives and then they will ship just a few of them and then they'll sell and then they'll keep coming. And that way, if you miss the drop, you don't have to worry too much. You'll see another one in a couple of weeks. But they basically send every week's run out to dealers, which is nice. So you might see some Ultratechs coming soon. I don't know. I am unfamiliar with the whole supply chain there. But when they come, I imagine the first batch will sell out really quick and then we'll get another small batch. And then eventually that trickle will catch up with demand and we'll end up with actual stock of them. Like right now, you can go to bladeshk.com and you can get MSIs and amphibians. When a year ago now, those things were hot. What's the most, they're still hot now, but we actually have stock of them. What's the most expensive knife in my collection is probably gonna be my ProTech ATCF Operator. That one's a $560 knife. You see Laren's latest video about rapid heat treating with salt pots. Dude is an absolute wizard. I have learned about salt pots because salt is a weird thing where you can make a different mixture of salt and it will melt at a very specific temperature and hold it. So it's nothing I'm familiar with and I haven't seen Laren's video, but it's cool. Someone new to knives, where should I start for choosing one? Suggestions. I would say if you're starting, I would look at the brand Sencut and maybe Civivi. Those brands tend to keep things very affordable, but also really well represent their designs, designers, and mechanisms. So like if you want to feel what a liner lock should feel like for under $50, Civivi. Same thing with a button lock on Sencut. All right, we're supposed to get started. Any Spyderco exclusives coming out anytime soon? If there were, I couldn't tell you about them. What do you think about axial OTFs? They're cool. What kind of gun do you own? I own a Ruger American 30-06. I own a Glock 19. I own a Ruger 1022, and I have a Sears Roebuck 410. You ever tried balisong flipping before? A little bit. I'm not super good, but I'm all right. All right, let's start this new knives thing. Hold your questions for later, and I will happily answer all of them after the video. But as always, I'm going to fall silent for just a little bit, and we will go over the new knives as well as this cool sharpener. Then afterwards, we'll do the giveaway of this. So I'm gonna pretend that the chat over here doesn't exist. I'm gonna talk to this camera over here for a few minutes, and let's make this thing happen. What's up, everybody, and welcome to New Knives on August 5th, 2024. Today at Blade HQ, we have a ton of cool stuff, including a really rad new sharpener I think you're gonna be really excited about. And we are doing it all live. So if you go and want to join us in the lives on Monday mornings, we actually do a giveaway after we're done with New Knives every week. So this week, we're giving away this Condor Bush Lord. You wanna get in on the giveaway? Join us next week in the live. Without further ado, let's start with New Knives, starting with the Snik's Beer Buster. And this one's a very special knife because it has a very trapper-esque appearance, has a modern traditional thing, but then they integrated a nice bottle opener, and like a nice one. I was at Blade Show in the pit, and I think it was Taylor Martin carrying one of these, and this thing hooks caps so well. It's one of the best bottle openers I've ever seen. It's also got a really nice front flipper and a full titanium frame. And I love that they have a nice milled titanium clip as well, and the clip matches both the finish and the contour of the handle. So when it's in your hand, it really doesn't cause much in way of discomfort like pocket clips typically do. And then to keep it classic, this one also has the nail nick opener. So if you hand this to somebody who wants to open it but doesn't quite know, most people are familiar with a nail nick. But front flippers are there for all of us crazy knife nerds. So we have this one, which has the uncoated, and then there's also this full black finished. And what I love is that they lasered in so the bottle on the handle really stands proud on the black one. So these ones are going for $295, M390 blades, titanium handles, very fancy indeed. Next up, for all you bushcrafters, we have some new stuff from Hela, including, but not limited to, the Nordlys, 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 I'm gonna guess. And this one is a classic Helle knife. It gets a bit beefier. We have a 90-degree spine, a true zero-edge Scandi that is spooky sharp, and this beautiful, I want to say curly maple handle. Comfortable in the hand, has a very nice flare out the back. Kind of reminds me of an axe handle in that it has that flare. So if you're going to chop with this thing, which it's a bit bigger and heavier, you might want to, it'll stay in your hand without you having to death grip it. Very nice. Leather sheath, made in Norway, Finland. I forget, somewhere in the Baltic states. And then also we have the Nord, which is the even bigger one. And this one is a true survival knife, but it's like a bushcrafty survival knife. I feel like this would be the kind of knife that Dave Canterbury might like. I think he would love this. Maybe the Dutch Bushcraft Knives boys as well. This one's got a Sleipner blade. Sleipner is similar to D2, except it gains a little bit in the way of edge retention and wear resistance. So something you see on a lot of very premium knives, especially those coming out of Europe, because I believe Sleipner is a Udeholm steel. And that you see it on Lion Steel, you see it on Actedon Verba, and now we see it on this beautiful Hela. And my goodness, do these look good. That wood is just gorgeous. Something I like about those Scandinavian style knives is they like to use those burls in the handle. So not only is your handle a lot less likely to split because of how when it drops and it's along grain lines, because in burls you don't have grain lines, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Very nice indeed. Next up, we have new from Heretic, a Bounty Hunter series. These ones are kind of like the Bounty Hunters you've seen. You got the two-tone blade, the worn yellow switch, and the green front. But these ones have these carbon fiber backs with the red. And the carbon fiber, I think, just matches the vibe so well. Now, I will tell you, on all Bounty Hunter Edition knives from the couple of brands we've seen, these ones do get a little bit expensive, and I'll tell you why. These are borderline customs. In fact, over at Migrotech, they're called Marfione Customs. And the reason for that is these take a lot of hand finishing. This slide was hand worn. These scratches were put in. These are unique. This laser marking is only available on the Bounty Hunter. These take a lot more effort and time on behalf of whoever is making the knife to make it sort of this send up of a classic colorway. This one's got the clip point buoy with the serrations. I want to say this one's the Tanto. Yep, Tanto, plain edge. There's a few different variants over there. If you click the link in the description, you'll be able to see. We got a pretty sizable stock of these awesome Bounty Hunters from Heretic. So check those out over there. Next up, we have a new sharpener from Wicked Edge. And I know what y'all are thinking. You're like, Wicked Edge sharpeners work really, really well, but they're also really, really expensive. And you are right. on the first part. But this time we have a Wicked Edge, honest to goodness, uses the same blocks as all the others, the same clamping system, but instead of the milled aluminum base, we have a plastic base. It's a really high density plastic, still has good weight to it, and the adjustable rail system and everything. And then the two here, these are going for $185. So really not bad if you want to get into Wicked Edge. And what I love about Wicked Edge is they really make it easy to avoid some common mistakes with these fixed angle sharpeners. So I have a Spyderco Shaman that I made this mistake with, where I started with the Pro PA, which only has one arm, and I went down and I went all the way to a burr, but the problem is I didn't grind it evenly. But with this, you grind your blade evenly back and forth. You clamp it down hard using an Allen key and these two screws. This is one of the easiest ways to get stupid, scary sharp edges on your knife. And if you want to take it a step further, Wicked Edge sells these blocks with various grits and even lapping films on there. So if you want to get those crazy mirror finished edges that split atoms if you wave them too fast, Wicked Edge is the way to do it. And now you can get one for under $200, which is very exciting. Next up, we have some new knives from Null Knives. So we've seen the Voodoo before. We have some new variants now. So this one has that M390 blade with this two-tone finish and a gorgeous hollow grind, and a bronze titanium with this green micarta. It's gonna patina a little bit, sort of have the battle-worn look. I do enjoy that one. This one goes for $360, and then the extra fancy one has the camo carbon fiber, the Damasteel blade. This one goes for $585. So definitely a spendy knife, but quite the knife indeed. And my favorite thing about these is the pivot. Where most pivots tend to sort of flow with the knife, like see this guy, it's sort of matches the rest of the hardware. This pivot has a lot of knurling on it. So if you're somebody who favors a pinch grip, it's really secure to pinch the knurling on the pivots, and then you're right in the middle of the knife, because that's where it pivots around. Very nicely done indeed. I can flick, there we go. Yep, that is the Null Knives Voodoo. And then lastly on the table, we have a new spring-assisted knife from Benchmade. So this is the PSK, the Pocket Survival Knife. So it has a G10 handle with gray bolsters. This one's got green scales. I want to say there's a black one as well. It's got, what's that? This one's out of stock, actually. The black one's out of stock. This is the one we have in stock right now. And this one has a Cerakote finished Magna Cut blade and Benchmade's classic axis lock with a secondary lock for safety. So it feels like a pocket survival knife. It's got a really tough blade steel. The axis lock is well proven. And I love how oversized the handle is. So it almost looks like the blade's a little short for the handle, but I'm imagining if I'm wearing gloves or if my hands are swollen or something, this handle is gonna give me plenty of real estate for all the cutting I need to do, and I would trust my life to this blade steel and this lock. Very exciting from Benchmade to see these cool knives. So, that is what we have for new knives for this week. Make sure you're staying tuned because we have new stuff arriving every single day. We have an entire team just over there whose only job is to make sure the website is full of the coolest new knives every single day. So we'll be back here next Monday. We'll be live here on YouTube. We'll be doing a giveaway. We'll see y'all at noon next week. Thanks for joining us. Except for everybody here in the live stream. Let's finish this thing up nice. I've been really liking Damascus. Damascus is good times. I do enjoy it. Feels like Damascus is pretty, but not actually reliable. So Damascus can be reliable. However, I think there could be some truth to what you're saying. Damascus is known for its beautiful looks, and especially its ability to reuse steel, like scraps and whatnot, because it's all forged together. However, along these weld lines on poorly made Damascus, you can sometimes get fracturing. However, stuff like this, where it's Damasteel or anything that came out of somebody like Devin Thomas, Chad Nichols, Vegas Forge, they are really good at making sure their weld lines are perfect. And if they're not perfect, they don't sell the bar. So if you have USA made or even many European made Damascuses, you can trust your life to them. They'll handle anything you throw at them. Something else on the knife will fail before the steel does. However, delamination of Damascus steel is a known issue. All right, I agree to a degree. What's the price on the Benchmade? The Benchmade goes for $360. I would definitely use the bottle opener. I don't drink alcohol, but use the bottle opener for glass soda bottles. That's fun. The glass soda bottles usually have the screw cap though, so if you use the bottle opener, it kind of doesn't work. All right, root beer. Love root beer. All right, so let's do a giveaway. So the trivia question for this week. So let me back up. Let's talk about the rules first. If you want to win this knife, the following must be true. You must be 18 years or older. You must live in a state we can legally ship this to. You must live in the United States of America, and you must not have won in the previous 3 months. Somebody's asking what the giveaway is. This is the giveaway. This is the Condor Knives Bush Lore. This one has been very gently used in a video we did. It's got a Scandi grind, 90-degree spine, walnut handle. It's a classic bushcraft knife. Comes with a leather sheath. Get out in the woods, carve yourself some feather sticks, build a shelter, all that good stuff. So let's do this giveaway. What's in my pockets today? We'll talk about that for the giveaway. Oh my goodness, my favorite root beer too. Okay, first person to answer this question properly will win the knife. This is gonna be 2 answers. In the video, Sarah and I raced as characters. I was Black Shy Guy, she was Light Blue Yoshi. What are the traditional colors of those 2 characters? Let's see. What's my favorite root beer? That's a good question. Red, green, riffs. Well done. Bo Simon, you were really close on that bet. Red, green, riffs wins this one. And they are rolling. You guys are gamers. Red Shy Guy, green Yoshi. Yep, you guys did a really good job there. All right, riffs, let us know how you want to reach out to us. Do you want to send us an email or do you want to reach out over Instagram? Either way, we can get this knife to you, but if you let us know about through email, we have to let customer service know to watch out for you. Gregory Deshane, it may say that on your screen, but on my screen, I have Cliffs as riffs. R-I-F-F-Z is number 1. So we're going off of my screen here. My favorite root beer, I really like a good sarsaparilla. Something's got a little bit of a spice to it. I'm trying to think. I like Cock and Bull. That's good stuff. I don't know if the order mattered, George. Well, I said Shy Guy, then Blue. I would have taken it either way, but the first one I saw, the first answer I saw was correct, green and red. My screen, I give up. I'm gonna just buy these MFs. How about that? Cool. All right. Clavid IK, good job winning and not making it. I'm sorry, Clavid, we'll get you there. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on New Knives today. Well, try Filipino Sarzil. It's got super sass flavor. Oh, I'm so down. I am screenshotting that right here. Okay, that's gonna be mine. Sarzi? Okay, you're my hero. I love me some root beer. What's in the pockets? Carter James. Sarzi, there we go. I have the Knives by Nuge Wicket XL. This one is not available at Blade HQ yet, hopefully someday, but it's really cool. I really do enjoy this knife. Nitro V blade steel, nice and easy to sharpen. Okay, well everybody, thank you for joining us. We'll end this out. We're almost at the time that I was told 25 minutes or something like that. Sometimes we go way long, it's like 40 and they get mad at me. So we will see you all next week.